Hi guys, welcome back to this Carabao Cup special episode. Right, we're going to start off by talking about the fixtures that happened this week. Some big results, and I thought a few teams that this could be a winnable competition. You know, I think that some of the results reflect. I'm thinking about Aston
Do you
Villa.
think you're going to win it? Do you think Liverpool are going to win it?
I think we can go close. I think
you probably had the best result, didn't you?
We've also got the next best fixture. In the fact, we've got Southampton.
And your team, I said this to my son, your team wasn't your strongest team, was it?
It wasn't far off full strength. It wasn't far off.
No Alisson.
No Alisson.
Diaz playing.
No, Gakpo started. We brought Diaz on afterwards. I suppose we had Morton in midfield. Oh, okay, yeah, we did rotate a few players.
So you've not played your strongest team, but you've still gone through. Where I think other sides didn't play their strongest teams, and then suffered for it.
Well, I'm looking at the fixtures here, and Aston Villa is probably the team I'm thinking about. Aston Villa, I think Aston Villa fans, let us know what you think. But
outside the box, will that be Aston Villa's only trophy?
It could have been.
Do you know what I mean?
Could have potentially been a winnable trophy for them. And look, I think Aston Villa.
Don't get me wrong, Aston Villa will slate me because Aston Villa are playing better than Chelsea at the minute. But is that their chance itself?
Well, Aston Villa,
and they're sitting top of the Champions League. But.
Are they? But are they going to win the Champions League? I think most people would say probably not.
I'd say no.
Look, no disrespect meant Aston Villa fans, first time in the competition.
No disrespect.
But this was a winnable cup.
Yep.
I mean, Spurs will be kicking themselves a little bit because Spurs obviously they went through.
Spurs being Spursy.
But they went through and now they've got to draw with Man United.
Okay.
And I think if Spurs are probably looking at that thinking...
Is that Spurs' only chance of silverware?
Yes. I would say so. But, there was another big result. Your result.
Yeah.
The Carabao Cup. I mean, this all right. If you just said before the game against Brighton, if you just said to me, right, which would you rather win, the Carabao Cup game or the league game?
Mm-hmm.
I'd have said the league game,
100%.
and I'd have said you put the kids out in the Carabao Cup, and you start. I said bothering's not the right word, but you start caring about the Carabao Cup when you get to the semis, or even potentially the quarters
like
when
what
it gets
winnable. Germany say with World Cups, where we only start taking it serious.
When you get to the latter stages.
But then there's the flip side of that, where you have a team win and go through, and then should that player lose his place? Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, massively.
So if you use your number 2 keeper, say, all the way through, and then you take him off for the final.
But this is what I like, because our teams, they have a bit of history in the Carabao Cup, because we played during the final a few times. We've always played our backup keeper Keller has been our man for those. But for you guys, for Chelsea, where you guys are at, obviously you're in the Conference League, but the Carabao Cup, would that have been a trophy that you'd have... I say like to win because everyone wants to win a trophy, but actually for Enzo Maresca
to say he's won a trophy
in his first season.
There's no sort of simple answer. It has lots of variables to it. So yes, he's won a trophy, but you look at it and you say Ten Hag from Man United won trophies.
Yep.
But he's been sacked. And I don't think a cup is a cup, silverware is silverware.
Yeah.
Playing in a final is playing in a final. But I see that as a cup where you play your fringe players that are on the edge of joining.
And you've got a lot of them.
Well, you'd argue that they're not fringe players, but your youngsters coming through your academy. You start to get them used to playing at that level of competition and going through. And again, I would say, so we both had weird draws where we played Newcastle in the league and we played them in the cup and we beat them in the league.
Yeah.
And am I more happy with that? Yes, I am. But it's a tricky one. It was still painful seeing them lose.
Well, that's it. You never like to see your team lose. And, this is interesting because obviously we both support what you call the bigger teams.
Mm-hmm.
So some people watching this segment might be, well, how disrespectful. And look, in the next segment, we're talking about the value of the cup. I really want to get onto that. We will be talking about the value of the cup.
And that's where I almost contradict myself with my answer. Do you know what I mean? And would I want to win that trophy? Yes, but is that as important as top 5? No. Is it as important as... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not, unfortunately, and that's not disrespectful because, as you say, we'll get onto that segment, and there's lots of positive things that come with that cup game, with that competition. So it's a tricky answer.
Could it be a huge boost for Man United? The fact that they sacked Ten Hag, big news. They sacked Ten Hag, and then they go and get a 5-2 win over Leicester. Now, I'd like to point out, again, I did say it in the first segment, Murchie's not with us because he's not well. It's not because of the 5-2 result. He's not ducking that.
The sauce.
It's... So,
Murchie, where you out on the sauce?
Well, there's the next question. Yeah. But it wasn't because they got beat. But I remember texting Murchie during it and saying, what are your thoughts here? And
I thought they were having a comeback though. I thought they were, because Man United were 2-0 up, weren't they? And then I thought they were going to.
I know you'll be very careful with what you're going to say about Man United because we always film on a Sunday. This is ahead of Chelsea, Man United. That is coming up. Yeah. So you won't want to go too heavy into Man United. But we had the rude effect, the rude awakening. There you go. One for you there. And they beat Leicester 5-2.
But I think a club always, whenever a manager gets it sort of galvanises a team.
But could the Carabao Cup for Amorim as well coming in confirmed?
It's not good enough.
But given the start of the season, a trophy. Imagine if Amorim comes in and Amorim wins the Carabao Cup in his not even first full season, first half season.
So again, it will all be ticket parade, Man United are back, and this is the problem with the cup. And as I say in the next segment, I actually quite like grassroots football. I like small team, and I'll get onto it. But he comes in, it's young, exciting manager, done really, really well. I think everybody wants the striker that he's got, and Man United are probably in a pole position to get him.
Yeah, the guy from Sporting.
Yeah, a great striker. He comes in, it's all ticket parade. They go and win this competition. Man United are back. Then let's say he goes another season without winning anything. 8th in the league.
Yeah.
9th in the league. Gone.
But at the same time, winning the trophy could be the boost that galvanises everything, that brings everything together and then ticks them on.
I don't know. And this is the thing with football, isn't it? And I say, this is why the Premier League's the best league in the world. I know we're not talking about Premier League, but look at what Bournemouth did against Man City. That's why our league is the best league in the world.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think Rio Ferdinand said it. I can't remember where I saw it. I think I seen it on a short or a meme. Rio Ferdinand said that when Man United was 6th in the league, he saw a video of Jesse Lingard dancing in the dressing room.
Yeah.
And he texted Wayne Rooney, I think they call him Wazza, don't they?
Yeah.
Texted Wazza and said, "What is going on here?" And he said, "Oh, it's a different mentality now, Rio." Do you know what I mean? And they were almost dancing and celebrating in a 6th. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know if the players cared.
Well, I think you're bringing us nicely onto our next segment. So before we start the next segment, which we're going to call the value of the cup.
Yeah.
Very quickly, we've got the fixtures in front of us. So we've got the quarterfinals: Tottenham, Man United, Newcastle, Brentford, Southampton, Liverpool, Arsenal, Palace. Michael, who's winning? Who's winning the cup?
Ooh. Again, Arsenal fans are going to hate this for me because I'm not being disrespectful here. I think Arsenal are a good sort of tournament team. Do you know what I mean? Okay. I think they do well in it. I think Arsenal team is good, bar the bad result yesterday and game. Arsenal fans tell me what went wrong there because I'm not an Arsenal fan, but it wasn't great watching. Liverpool are a strong team, and it pains me to say that because how much did I used to take the mick out of you when Klopp went, and I was like, welcome to my world. You know what I mean? And it hasn't happened.
Touch wood, so far hasn't happened.
Touch wood. I thought it would. I thought the foundations would be rocky. I would say it's going to go Liverpool Arsenal final. and I think Arsenal take it.
Interesting. Let us know your thoughts in the comment below. Who is winning this year's Carabao Cup and why? Why do you think that? And
but would you play if Arsenal beat Crystal Palace and you beat Southampton? Would you two play?
The draw for the semis hasn't been done yet.
Oh, is it not?
No,
so it's not like that, like a knockout. Okay.
No, draw for semis hasn't been done, so they'll all be put in the pot.
And what would be better? So looking at them four,
I'll
say Liverpool, Arsenal final, Arsenal win. But what would be better would be for a team like Crystal Palace or Southampton or Brentford.
There's a name on there that I'm looking at. There's two names on there that could massively do with the trophy. Newcastle, Tottenham. The time it's been.
Newcastle, Tottenham won a trophy.
They won this competition. I think it was under Harry Redknapp, or was it Juan de Ramos? I cannot remember. Spurs fans, let me know. But they did win it back in, I think it was the early 2000s, or was it 2000 and in that between 2000 and 2010. Okay, and that's 10 years, but it's somewhere around there.
Not masses ago, and I think this is the thing, isn't it? Where I'm not trying to be controversial. Would Tottenham fans tell me? Tottenham fans, is that a trophy that they want? Is that where they see themselves? Newcastle would
need a trophy. I think Spurs and Newcastle, and this is what I mean, they need a trophy because it's been so long. I think when you do that, all of a sudden, the conversation stops about you've never won anything, you haven't won this.
Does it though? Does it? Well, and again, Arsenal fans, I'll hold my hands up. I used to say to Arsenal fans, Arsenal, you're only good for winning the FA Cup. So I used to rubbish the FA Cup a little bit. Do you know what I mean? And don't get, like I say, Arsenal, I would say, you beat us, you're a better side than we are at the minute. But I used to take the mick out of Arsenal a little bit.
Well, there was that time when they were loundering in 7th, 8th.
Yes.
But, Mikel Arteta's first trophy was the FA Cup. They were winning FA Cups, but not doing anything in the league.
Yeah.
And it's a great place to end this segment on. What do you guys think about the results from this week and the fixtures? Who do you think is going to win the cup? Put it in the comments below. Next segment we're going to be talking about is the value of the cup. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's grab this food then.